Deleted scenes from Avengers Age of Ultron that should have been kept. If you'll rewatch Avengers Age of Ultron after watching Infinity War and Endgame, you definitely think that it is a very underrated movie.
You had to ask.
It had so many setups and foreshadowing elements that you would lose count of them. But when the film hit the theaters, people found it to be inferior to the Avengers. That is not true. It was much bigger and better with its set designs, and the stakes in the story were much higher. It probably had the best action sequences, and mind you, there were a lot of them. But the problem that this film faced up to an extent was the same one that Justice League and Batman vs Superman faced. To achieve a shorter runtime, several scenes that had been shot were left out of the film, and some of them were changed in the planning stages itself. Here are those deleted scenes which would have made Age of Ultron better. Vision vs Avengers. In the theatrical cut, Thor just woke Vision up and threw him. But there was this amazing fight sequence which was removed. Right from the moment he was born, Vision would have showed how dangerous he could be. Vision wasn't used well enough in Civil War or Infinity War. So, this Age of Ultron deleted scene shouldn't have been removed, as it would have given us a bit more from him. Giant Ultron. In an alternate final battle, all the Ultron bots would have converged and turned into one giant Ultron bot. It's funny that this idea was actually inspired by the final act of an Indian movie called Robot. What we got was obviously great, but this would have been something else. Marvel hasn't really used any giant monsters besides the Leviathans to fight against the Avengers. Not even the likes of Fin Fang Foom or the Midgard Serpents have been brought in to fight the Avengers. Instead, the Avengers have always been involved in fighting nameless soldiers or an evil army. So, besides being a visual spectacle, a giant Ultron would have been unique by the Avengers standards. Captain Marvel assembles.
Avengers!
In an alternate final scene, Carol Danvers would have joined the Avengers along with Rhodey, Sam, Wanda, and Vision. At the moment of shooting this scene, Brie Larson hadn't been cast as Captain Marvel. So, Joss Whedon placed a stand-in actor, with hopes of replacing her in post-production. Just imagine how Phase 3 would have changed completely if Captain Marvel joined the Avengers in Age of Ultron. It might have been awesome. Pietro's survival. There was another version of the final Avengers Assemble scene. In this, Pietro had healed from all his bullet wounds due to his fast metabolism and healing factor, and we would have seen him in a new suit. Again, this could have changed films like Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame completely, and the MCU would have had its own permanent speedster.
Surprise!
Loki. Originally, in Thor's Ragnarok vision from Age of Ultron, Loki was also supposed to show up along with Heimdall. His presence would have set up his death in Infinity War just like Heimdall's death was foreshadowed, and Loki could have maintained a streak of showing up in all Avengers films. Thor's extended vision. This extended scene of Thor getting possessed should have been kept. The death of Pietro would have been set up really well, as a human sacrifice was needed to defeat Ultron.
How do we stop Ultron?
Sacrifice.
What kind?
Human, of course.
Furthermore, it would have given us more clarity on the Infinity Stones.
The stone! From Loki's scepter?
There never is. It is of the Six. The Infinite Six.
Steve leaves his helmet. Throughout the final battle, we didn't see Steve wearing his helmet. This particular deleted scene shows us why that was the case. The people of Sokovia weren't fans of Captain America and the other Avengers. So, when Steve saw that his face was branded on a graffiti art, he left the helmet in the Quinjet. It was a sequence of just a few seconds, and would have surely helped in maintaining the continuity of the film. So, it definitely shouldn't have been deleted from Avengers Age of Ultron. This is where our list of deleted Age of Ultron scenes comes to an end. Do you agree with the fact that all these scenes shouldn't have been left out? Tell us in the comments. And if you like the video, then subscribe to our channel for more exclusive content.